Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Swami Samarth Charitham. Once a person seeing Shri Swami Samarth accepting sweets and fruits with a childlike eagerness started wondering in his mind whether after all the Swami was a saint because Aparigraha was one of the vows of the sainthood. Swami Samarth read the thoughts of this man. He threw away all the good food offered to him and asked for some chilies to be brought to him. He chewed and swallowed them with as much relish as if he was eating sweets. It only proved that his seeming likes were only to please and satisfy his devotees. Inwardly, he was ever above the likes and dislikes and without any taint of desire, a complete master over his senses, that is Jitendriya. Sometimes there were foreigners also among Swamiji's visitors. Once a European engineer from Solapur visited Swami Samarth. He had no issue and he and his wife were pinning for a son. Hearing of the Swami, he came to seek his blessings for the fulfillment of their desire. But looking at the queer ways of Swami Samarth, he thought that it was people's mania to put faith in such a near lunatic and to glorify him as a saint. He thought it was foolish on his part to have come there with high hopes. While such thoughts were passing in his mind, Swami Samarth looked at him and said, "You want to be blessed with a son, do you? You will have a son in a years of time." The engineer was surprised at the omniscience of this near madman. Even before he had stretched out his arms, his plans were filled with divine grace. It was a strange and unexpected fulfillment, and the foreigner just bowed down in gratitude. From then on, he turned to be a staunch devotee of Sri Swami Samarth and was a frequent visitor to Akalkot. Needless to say, he became in due course the proud father of a son in fulfillment of Sri Swami Samarth's blessing. One Jewish doctor working as an eye specialist in the JJ Hospital, Mumbai, was touring in countryside and was passing through Akalkot. When he heard the fame of Swami Samarth, he came for Swamiji's darshan. Sri Swami glanced at him and said, "Oh doctor, you have treated thousands of eye patients. How many of them have lost their eyesight forever?" The doctor was taken aback. All this quiescence and vanity that he was a great eye specialist tumbled down. A big balloon of his ego was pricked. Of course, he would have cured some cases, but in how many cases would he have failed, and how many would have lost their eyesight forever? Then malady of the eye doctor, the malady of his ego was cured. His eye vision was repaired. He became a staunch devotee of Swami Samarth and after retirement from JJ Hospital settled down at Akalkot at the master's feet. Then Bam Sahib was one of the senior officials in the service of Akalkot state. Once, while he was in his rounds in the Kasbah garden, he saw Kundunana Vaknis washing his feet at the garden well. This was just a minor trespass, but Bam Sahib lost all senses of discretion and restraint and started scolding and beating Vaknis. This was far too much. Vaknis was a simple man and was a devotee of Swami Samarth. He went and narrated to Swami how merciless he had been beaten. After some days, Swami Samarth went as if casually to the bungalow of Bam Sahib. This was quite a surprise for Bam Sahib and he quickly arranged for a seat and requested Swami to be seated. Sri Swami Samarth, without sitting down, kept on saying, "You will have to be content with rice water only," and went away. Bam Sahib was taken aback. He could not make out what the Swami meant. A few days later, while he was taking a walk in the garden, he was bitten by a serpent. He had a suffer unbearable pain. Although he survived, his foot got serious disease and doctors urged him to have his foot amputated. But he did not like to go in for the amputation. Through a friend, Moropant Kashi, who was a devotee of Sri Swami Samarth, he sent prayers to Swami to save his life. Sri Swami Samarth took pity on him and advised that he should stop taking normal food and take only rice water. This Bam Sahib did, and within 8 days he became well and was able to stand on his legs. Sri Swami Samarth cured his foot completely, and along with it he curbed and cured his haughtiness and arrogance too. A businessman in Mumbai had amazed wealth by his transaction in the share bazaar. He had no issue, and this was a source of a great unhappiness to him and more so to his wife. They both went to Ganagapur and prayed at the feet of Dattatreya. They undertook to feed 1,000 Brahmins if they were blessed with a son. Within a year, they had a son and their joy knew no bounds. But soon after the new arrival in the family, the businessman lost heavily in his business. He lost all his property and was reduced to poverty. He was broken hearted and died a few days later. The pledge of feeding 1,000 Brahmins remained unfulfilled. The widow was conscious of the unfulfilled pledge. She went to Ganagapur with her son to beg pardon of Lord Dattatreya because of her sheer inability. On the night she reached there, she saw in her dream God Dattatreya advising her to go to Akalkot, saying, "Feed Swami Samarth Maharaj there and your vow will be fulfilled." She was so happy at the dream and the darshan she had. She proceeded to Akalkot and saw Swami Samarth, who was playing on the roadside like a child and who demanded from her to feed him. The woman was overjoyed and fed Sri Swami Samarth with a poor meal. Swami Samarth, however, seemed to have enjoyed the meal much and said, "Do not worry any longer, 1,000 Brahmins have been fed now. You have redeemed your pledge." The woman was so happy. With the blessings of Swami Samarth for herself and her son, she returned home happily. Once Babaji Sutar, superintendent of post offices, came to Akalkot for the darshan of Swami Samarth. After the darshan, he sought permission to leave. Swami Samarth said, "Sit down. Why do you want to leave?" Babaji did not know what to say. He had to attend office the next morning. After some time, again he requested Swami Samarth for the permission to leave. Swami said, "Sit there. There is no hurry. The river is in a flood." Babaji somehow wanted to go away. When Swami was busy talking with others, he slipped away and went to Kadambagaon railway station to catch the train. The Krishna river was in high floods. The rail bridge had been damaged. All the trains had been cancelled. No train came that night. Poor Babaji had to wait at the station the whole night in cold. He disregarded the words of Sri Swami Samarth and had to pay for it. He repented and prayed to Swami Samarth for forgiveness. Sri Swami Samarth was omniscient and he could foresee the impending dangers. What Swami Samarth wanted from the aspiring devotee was sincerity, complete faith, surrender and devotion. Faith in the Master is the great merit in itself, even as a doubt is a sin. Those with faith attain realization while the doubting ones perish. It is wind up for today and will continue tomorrow. Om Shri Sainathaya Namaha. Om Shri Swami Samarthaya Namaha.